Hey everyone, it's Phoenix Talon, and I'm in for Sintang Mayumi. So that card you were just looking at, she just made that for my dad, who's got a birthday. He's getting old, you know. I mean, that's what happens to people. You get older. So she's using the stamp set. It's like got lots of love, man. Yeah, like totally. Yeah, can you dig it? No, that's beatniks. I don't know. Anyway, so she's stamping the hippie dad. So I guess she was inspired because many years ago, when our oldest was still our youngest, our newest, our only, my dad decided that he would be a hippie for Halloween with the tie-dyed shirt, headband, all the stuff. If you could see the picture, she colored it exactly right. So there's that peace symbol. Now that's going to be a big deal later, so I want you to keep an eye on that peace symbol. It's actually a point of funny for later. So yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Anyway, so here she goes with the coloring, with the marker things, or those paintbrush pens. I don't know what they're called, but they're really cool. I also was kind of like, well, if you're gonna do dad, you need to have a lot more gray hair. And she was being very respectful to him, like, maybe he like dyes his hair, this hippie does, which isn't really like what a hippie would do. I think a hippie would go all natural and keep the gray, because gray is distinguishing. So there she goes coloring and blending the headband, because you got to have your piece symbols. Oh, look at those mirrored shades. That's pretty awesome. I like that effect. That's really neat. So she got the mirrored thing going for you. Now, I think she's got like a specific color palette that she does. She checks and says, hey, like this color goes good with that color and so on. But then, oh, the tie-dyed shirt. This is really cool. See, I'm all over the place. Look at this. It's going way too fast. You're going to slow this thing down. How do you slow this machine down? Anyway, the tie-dyed shirt she just made looks exactly like the tie-dyed shirt that he was wearing in the picture, complete with the bell-bottom jeans. Oh, there we go. The bus is already done. Look at that. Okay, well, we didn't get to see her color the bus, which is fine. We call it the love bus, the VW bus, the hippie mobile, those things. This was all, these were before my time. But, my parents, they saw these things. And I don't think my dad ever owned one, but I thought it'd be cool if he did. Anyway, so she's going to cut the headlights out of the love bus here. And then she's going to get these ready because she's going to use like her little electronics. I think they're called Chibi-tronics. They're like LEDs, which is really funny because I'm the actual aircraft electrician in the family, and so she's getting into the electrical stuff, which is really cool. I used to teach basic electronics training to the students coming in through my classes, but it was pretty cool. So she'll ask me questions about it. So what is she making here? I guess this is where she's going to put the bus. She's going to put the bus on this background here. And, there's even a little lava lamp hiding under the stamp. There you go. Yeah, I like that. Most of the time, lava lamps are only one color, though. But I like what she did with having the different colors in it. It's pretty cool. But you won't really see that in a lot of lava lamps because the wax or the color will mix, and then that would be pretty terrible. So yeah, you won't often see that. But I think it looks good that way. I think in a perfect world, artistic license being what it is. So what is she doing right now? She's like blending using makeup brushes. It looks like. I guess that's makeup brush. I don't know. She gets these things, and then I haven't seen her do one of these in a while where she's using all these different new tools, and she says, "Oh, this is the latest rage. Everybody does this." Oh, that was pretty smart. So she masked off the bottom where she didn't want color to go, and now she's putting the ground there. That's pretty smart. Yeah. The little technique she's using, I recognize this from when I used to paint models and miniatures. You kind of dab off the color off to the side somewhere so you don't overcolor something, right? And then she's using the dryer to dry it faster. If you did that to acrylic paint, that would be bad because you'd crack it. But I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know what she just did there. She put some kind of liquid or something on it. And now she's stamping. What is that? It didn't show up. You missed us. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's like glue or something. I don't know what she just stamped it with. She's going to put this white powder on here. Oh, this is the embossing stuff. Okay, yeah. And then you heat that up and it becomes all poofy. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's like you see that on like business cards and stuff. You see embossed stuff like that. It's pretty neat. And then, so what's she gonna? I don't know what that pre wiping down business was. Maybe that was like a cleaner or something. I don't know. And then, oh, good, you save the paper. You put your things on both sides there. Yeah, hippie. What is that? Hippie hooray and hippie birthday. I like that. That's cool. I like that. I dig it. That's cool. Yeah. So now she's gonna have to cut those out, and then when do we get to the electronics? Come on, I want everybody knows this stuff. I want to see the electronic stuff. That's what she promised me. She promised me I could see the electronics on this. So she's using her little paper trimmer here, gets that all taken care of. I don't know about the um, yeah, I don't know. She's just kind of eyeballing it. She's not really measuring anything. I don't know. I'm the measuring type of person. I can never just eyeball stuff. I don't know how she does that. I see her do that all the time. I'm like, how do you know if that's right? And she's like, oh, it looks right. I'm like, yeah, but how do you know? And it's like, then what's the point of getting it all the way to the top of the thing to make it square if you don't even know if it's square to begin with, right? So 76. No, he's not 76. He's 67. You got that all backwards. Stop. Don't do it. So this is that cutting machine that she's got. This is, she had a cuddle bug, and then we got her this one, the sidekick there. You can tell because it says sidekick on it. And I think the cuddle bug, like when she uses it, sounds like it's breaking every time she uses it. But I know it's not. It's just what it sounds like because that's like the sound of the cutting or whatever. But the other one, you can't even tell that it's really cutting. Like it doesn't make that sound. So I don't know. I think it's just a design feature. So she's using more of this distressed oxide paint. And then, oh, I see what she's doing. She's making like the glow. Wow, she's getting good at this, lighting and shade. Oh, you went and ruined it by putting dark in the middle. You can't do that if you're putting the thing in there. It'd be dark on the outsides, not dark in the middle. That's okay. I'm sure it'll look good. Actually, I know it looks good because I've seen it. I've seen this card. So I know it looks good. So she's doing that same masking technique there. Actually, you know what? Maybe, oh, you know what? No, I see what she did there. That's interesting. Okay, that actually looks good. Okay. 76. 76. Hippie birthday. I told you he's not 76. That's really old. He's 67. Oh, well. Oh, no, don't glue it down. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. No, he's 67. No. Oh, no. Oh, she figured it out. Yeah, it's like, he's not. He's 67. 10 years older than he thought he was. There you go. Yeah. That's gotta be, that's good though that she caught it, because you'd have to make that whole thing all over again. I think you would, yeah. Yeah, because you don't want to make a mistake like that on somebody's car. Actually, there's a funny story about that because our oldest just had a birthday and somebody said he was a little older than he was. But it's the thought that counts and all that stuff. What's she doing there? She's putting 67th. That's good. You got to add the th in there. So, okay, this is the part I wanted to see. So, how are you going to do this? All right, so you put the hippie dude there. You put the peace symbol. That's not right. That's wrong. It's upside down. It's upside down. I told you guys. I told you that'd be a point later to keep him. And it's on the bus correctly. I don't know how she messed that one up, but that's kind of funny. All right, so you circle out the headlights. Yeah, that's the way you know where to cut them, right? Maybe you get a hole puncher. That's what I would do. I get a hole puncher. That's what I would do. What's she putting down there? Some kind of vellum? Yeah, it looks like vellum. Oh, she's going to do it the hard way. She's going to cut that out manually. Oof. Better than I am. I wouldn't do that. I'd just take a hole puncher. It's like, what's the point of having a hole puncher if you can't punch holes with it, right? But, or maybe she doesn't have a hole puncher. Actually, I shouldn't give her any ideas. She'd probably be like, hey, I need some hole punchers. Different sizes and shapes. All right, so you get the holes cut out for the The light's there. All right, there you go. Yeah. Oh, well, wait. So what's that one then? Oh, that's where you're going to put the lights themselves, I think, right? It's like everything else should just like cut, 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 but then you go to this and it's like, oh, it's got to be perfect. And then that one's like, yeah, it's close enough. All right, this is the part I wanted to see. I want to see how she did this. I still think it's funny with the peace symbol upside down. I wonder if it stays that way the whole time. All right, so there's the battery. So she makes like a fold over, so the button on the front of the card, when you press it, it makes the battery make contact with the electrodes. So she's going to use that copper. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, draw your circuit. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. That's the way to do it right there. That's because how are you supposed to know what your circuit is? You know, if, oh, and then you cut it to save on. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, see, there you go. Oh, nice. That's smart. Use the little bone tool to fold that along the thing. That, I was wondering how she did that. That's pretty cool. See, that's smart. That's a good way of doing it right there. That way you don't rip your wire, and also it stays stuck down and you have just one continuous wire. So you don't have to worry about like splicing things in. This is a pretty simple circuit, which is good. Because as everybody knows, you know, voltage flows from negative to positive. I know a lot of you are like, wait, how does that work? Well, you know, that's a whole class on electrons and electron movement and hole movement. And, well, a hole movement would be through a semiconductor. Anyway, point is, you get your electron flow from negative to positive. It's just popular misconception that electricity goes from positive to negative. I don't know why people think that. It doesn't even scientifically make sense because, you know, negative is what the electrons are and they naturally want to go towards a positive environment. You know, everybody wants to be more positive, including electrons. So there you go. So that she's putting the lights down. You got to make sure you get your lights the correct way. And I'm pretty sure they're labeled for the positive and negative because, again, they're LEDs, light emitting diode. Diode only allows electricity to flow in one direction through it. So if you put them the opposite direction, they're not going to work at all. So you got to make sure you get them the right way. And then I'm not sure what that extra stick on there is for. Maybe just to hold it down, but it's got adhesive on that backside, so it's not causing any extra conductivity because the electricity won't flow through the adhesive as I understand it. I mean, unless it's electrically conductive adhesive, and then I guess that would do it, but I don't know. I'm not really familiar with an adhesive that does that. All right, so she's putting on a couple of layers of vellum here, I guess to make the lights a little more dull. I mean, that's actually smart because those things are really bright. Really, really bright. So there you go. Glue it down. Man, how do you make sure that you got the holes lined up, though? It's like, can you see through that? I don't know. And then, like, what if you made the holes and you're like, you change your mind? You're like, oh, no, that's not where I want it. Wow, that looks nice. That was really bright, too. There you go. Let that thing set there so it'll dry. All right, now you get your hippie, man. Yeah. Yeah, put the hippie down there. He's got the love bus, man. All right, now you got to put the foam, right? Because it's got thickness to it. So you got to make it so that and, you know, you got to hold that battery in place, too. That's another thing. So you got to make sure you get that just right. Because that battery is going to slide around. So you got to make sure you get that in the right spot. Oh, I see. So the foam actually holds the battery in position. There you go. Yeah, that's smart. That's the way to do it right there. Yeah, there you go. That's a lot of foam. Is that foam really expensive? Because she uses a lot of it in her cards. You ever want to get a craft or something, get them foam tape. There you go. Don't get them stamp sets because they're only going to use it for like one card and then they're going to go on to something else. Foam they can use forever. Oh, you better make sure you always check it. Yeah, put the battery in the right spot because once you set that down, it's permanent. Oh no, God, I would be so nervous putting that down because once you stick that down, that is it. If it doesn't work, you're done. Oh, here comes the peace symbol. Is it upside down? Is it upside down? It is going to be upside down. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's upside down. Oh, no. There's a picture of it on the bus. What is up with the back of this card? Oh, it must have been used for something else. That's interesting. Wow, put a lot of glue on there. I wonder what kind of glue that is. That's a good glue. It's like Gorilla Glue. You put that on everything. And you just kind of put it there until it looks right. Yeah, that's close enough. I would totally mess that up. There you go. All right, so now she's going to put the inside down. So we got the hippie, hip, 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 hooray, hippie birthday. So you throw that in there. Hippie birthday. So this one, see, that's the other part of this too is, you know, what if the inside of your card is bad? Like you've already put the outside on, you've already put all that stuff on. It's like there are like little points where it's like, oh, if you mess this up, you're done. You know, like all that work is for nothing and you got to start over. Like, you know, an upside down peace symbol. What is that? I'm making it like a glass pen. That's what that is. It's a glass pen. Shimmer pen. Yeah, I think so. Shimmer. She always says that. I'm going to put shimmer on it. I'm going to put shimmer on it. All right, so here we go. We're at the end. The card looks just like him, I swear. He's even got the long hair, but his hair is gray. That's the only difference. I love the lava lamp in there. That's really neat. And then look at the lights, how it looks like the lights are actually shining out. Like the way she did it. Like she left like a foam gap after the lights. So the lights, you know, continued to shine out like they were directed. That's pretty cool. I like that. Peace symbol's upside down, but that's okay. We'll fix that later. So anyway, thank you for watching. This was an awesome card she put together, and happy birthday to my father. All right, we'll see you next time. See you in the next video. And make sure that you give her a thumbs up and subscribe and ring the bell and do all that. And, you know, make love, not war. Peace, love, happiness. All right. Peace out. Next time. Bye.